All right, April. I guess if you're ready. You're not April. The A Show.
Where smart is the new sexy.
And now, April Hunter. Well, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, good afternoon, good night, wherever the hell, doesn't matter. Wherever you're watching, ladies and gentlemen, this is the A Show. We are live right now on Rumble. We are live right now on YouTube. We are live right now on Twitch. We are live right now on your living room. If you're watching it on your toilet seat, we're live. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm the reporter of the people, the man with the plan, Big Ray, here to say to talk some A Show today. I don't know. I feel a little lost, but I am now found. Why? Because I am not alone, ladies and gentlemen. April Hunter is not with us today. She is out doing booby flexes all over wherever the hell she is right now. You guys may know. Let me just hit the gimmick here.
What's your name, fella?
Triple H.
Wrong one. It's this one.
Boobies.
So, listen, I miss April terribly, but I am freaking excited. I'm so excited. I'm going to actually give our guest her own intro. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is the one, the only...
Big Vito and Noel, a married couple with a podcast. They're in love, if you couldn't tell. They pick on each other, but it never lasts. Vito loves sports, the beach and lifting. Noel loves books, Batman and Disney, like Sonny and Cher, but way more stressful. I love Lucy, if Ricky could wrestle. Big Vito and Noel, a married couple with a podcast. Big Vito and Noel.
Hey, now.
It is my good friend, my sister from another mister. It is Noel LoGrasso. I don't have the gimmick that makes my voice,
You need like an echoey thingy. Like to, put it out there. Like echo it.
Echo. So what's up, Noel? How are you?
I'm hanging in there, doing my face. My first podcast back since December.
December.
I've been off because I was in the hospital for a while. So now
Holy
I'm back.
Shit.
Yeah, I
wow,
know.
it's been that long? Seriously?
Yeah. Yep.
So this is your first podcast of 2023.
My first one. My very first one back.
Well,
This is my I only came back for you in April.
You serious?
Yeah, this is my test run.
Your test run? What does that even mean?
I have to see if I can still do this. I haven't done this in a long time now. December.
You could tell
for a while.
you could tell April's not really from April. You see, I'm so used to April. Jesus Christ.
I know you got me.
You could tell Noel. She's the East Coaster. You could tell by the accent. How you doing?
How you doing over there?
So before I jump in really quickly, guys, I just want to give a quick shout out. People are gonna slowly trickle in, but we have Winona. What's up, Winona? We have my friend, the lovely Elizabeth. Oh yeah, we have. I can never say this damn name, but it's Halo. Is that right? 76. Red Sunny's in the house. AB Twitch, cool, awesome dude, and more people are gonna jump in. Again, we're live here.
CKY like the band CKY Halo?
Is it like the band CKY Halo?
See, I'm from a little town outside of Philadelphia, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bam Margera.
Of course, yeah.
Okay. He's involved back in the day with like a band CKY. Maybe it's CKY Halo. So I gave you like a whole thing. Maybe that's where the CKY comes from. It
actually could be. You're going to have to actually put it down. Holy cow. My good friend, Jay Reezy Min, the Sinister Minister, is in the house. What's going on, buddy? So I don't know if you can do this. I don't know if it's possible, but can you just kind of give a quick little snippet of who you are, why we're friends, and who the hell you're married to? Because that guy may pop in a couple of minutes or so, but we're going to have, and before you even do that, guys, we're going to talk a couple of topics here. We may talk a couple of news topics, but I want to try to keep this show this week very happy, very light. But yes, we are going to talk some real world shit. Starting with well, Noel, maybe you can discuss a little bit about that as you tell a little bit about yourself. But we're also going to talk about what are, like, some of our favorite things we grew up with. I grew up in the 80s. I grew up in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? So as you can see, I'm in Pee-wee's Playhouse. One of my favorite things is I miss TV shows for kids, like good ones. But we're going to talk about that later. So Noel, what's going on?
Okay, so a little bit about me. Used to be a pro wrestler. If you guys watch like CZW, Ring of Honor, stuff like that, I worked for them. I'm named Noel Harlow. And even though we did not meet in wrestling, I just happened to marry Big Vito, the guy that wore the dress, the Italian guy from WCW, hardcore champion, the bald guy, the prettiest guy to ever step foot in wrestling, Ray will tell you. And after we got married, I got a little sick and had a very big stroke. And Big Vito and Vince Russo happened to be besties, and they decided to help me get through the stroke. They wanted to start a podcast to help me learn to talk again. Then we started the Big Vito brand and blah, 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 blah. I met Ray. We became besties. Ray came down to our palatial estate here in Florida. We all went to Disney together. And Ray is now part of our family permanently.
Yes.
When she went to Disney with us, you are now part of the permanent thing. As you can tell behind me, all the little Disney things. We love Disney here.
Yeah, you guys do actually love Disney. By the way, I don't know if anybody I know you guys all watch wrestling, but this shit made me laugh last night. I'm totally going off the cuff, and I do that a lot during this show. I don't know if April loves it much, but hold on, where is it? I'm gonna pop this shit up. So last night I was watching some wrestling live, right? And this let me see if I can pull the clip up. Okay, I got the clip. So as I'm watching wrestling, right? You know who Tony Khan is?
Yeah, I watch wrestling like a little, you know.
All right. So I want you to see if you can see Tony Khan in the background of this video. You ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
Here we go. Did you spot him?
Was that Matt Cardona?
I don't know who the fuck that was. That was hilarious. Is what that was on live television. Oh shit. Hey, Ali RX is here. War Demon, one of my very favorite people. He's actually on here. Isn't that a fucking cool
Nice, and welcome to the show. Thank you. I'm so happy to be here with you guys.
War Demon. You have to say his name that way, I guess.
War Demon.
Yes.
Pretty good.
So check this out, guys. I asked Noel before we started this show if she could boob flex, and boobies. And she said, you said you could boob flex or you couldn't boob flex.
Well, I only can kind of like, I don't know what move into the
Let's see. Holy shit!
Bounce. I don't flex
that works,
right?
That works. Hey guys, when Vito pops in, maybe he can boob flex for us.
Vito can flex some things.
Oh shit! I don't want. What are you talking?
I mean, I don't want to go like Matt Riddle, but
you know what? This is a totally different audience. So why don't we just jump into that real quick?
Yeah, I mean,
this is not a wrestling show, but there's a wrestler in the WWE that this dude apparently put up well, no, I think his ex-wife or something like that sent a.
No, I got the scoop on that. You want to hear it?
Holy shit, ladies and gentlemen, this is breaking news. I don't have breaking news. Wait, do I have I might have fucking breaking news music. Hold on, let me see.
Find your breaking news music. I got.
Oh shit, I do. Stand by. And now we have some breaking news. With our breaking news, we have the lovely, the voluptuous, the beautiful Noel LoGrasso. Noel, take it away.
Hi, Ray. I have some breaking news straight out of the World Wrestling Entertainment. See, Matt Riddle was spotted on the internet yesterday afternoon spinning his penis around.
Like a helicopter.
Like a helicopter. Then flapping it back and forth and blowing kisses to the camera. This was not a leaked video, Ray. No, sir. He sent this directly to someone on Snapchat and they downloaded it. No, it was not leaked. He sent it to someone. Back to you, Ray.
Oh shit. Are you serious?
Yeah. Yeah.
I have a I have a soundbite for that one too.
Oh my God, what the fuck just happened?
What do you mean what happened? What are you, blind? Jesus!
I know that guy.
You know that?
Jesus.
Wait a second. Are you telling me that, so again, this famous wrestler that is wrestling with the WWE, his name is Matt Riddle. Look him up, good looking kid. He broke up with his wife. I thought his ex-wife sent it or something like that to kind of screw with the guy.
Nope, he sent it to someone on the old Snapchat.
All right,
and
time
you
out.
can record the screen and download the screen because he thought, like, I guess it disappears in 24 hours. Let me spin my B around.
Holy shit, hold on. The artist says he sent it to Steph. Stephanie McMahon.
We doing, Steph? You're at home now?
Oh my God. Hey. Oh, I love this. Dude. Disco El Super Beasto is in the house. Say what's up to him. Let's say what's up to him, guys. Round of applause.
Hello, Disco El Super Beasto.
Yes. So you're telling me that he sent this on Snapchat. Now, do we know if this person, I don't want to say anything crazy, but is this person of age? Do we know this?
I don't know.
Oh, shit.
I do not know.
Oh,
but I just want to know, off the cuff, who does Matt Riddle know? Or who does he know shit on?
I don't know.
At WWE, that he keeps doing things and they're just like, no, it's okay. It's Matt Riddle. Let me fail a bunch of drug tests. No, it's okay. It's Matt Riddle.
That's a great fucking question, because this guy gets away with murder.
Seriously, I think he could drag someone's dead corpse to the center of the ring,
allegedly,
who's naked on top of it, and they'd be like, "No, it's okay, guys. This is Matt Riddle. It's all right."
Well, how do you feel about? I mean, look, we're very open here. We have open conversation. I mean, have you ever sent titty pics or gotten a dick pic or something like that, like on purpose? Like, do you think it's something that maybe you should not do? Or
I'm not. I've obviously gotten tons of tons, like numerous.
You could build a house with the dicks you've seen.
Not seriously, not as many since I've got with Vito. Those kind of stopped once that happened.
Well, good.
A lot of people were like, "Oh, you're with Vito," like
so
whatever.
It should.
But before then, like, people are very, especially, I don't know why it's dudes, they're very liberal with their D-pics. I don't know why. They think it's like, I'll just send them out. I'm not big on the sending body part pics myself, but I modeled so that, if you Google me, you're gonna see my butt all over the internet anyway, so it's not like a thing. But
you could send them this picture when if they send you a dick pic, this one.
No, I send them the one of Vito's butt from Playgirl.
I don't want to see that.
I'll send it to you.
I've seen it once. Because remember we were doing a stupid show on I forgot what it was, and you mentioned so anyway, I was trying to get pictures of Big Vito and that came up. Not that I went looking for a picture of Vito's ass.
One that somebody put Billy Gunn's face over Vito's butt?
They did what?
I don't know why. They put Billy Gunn's, I guess because he's Mr. Ass, they put his face over Vito's butt on his Playgirl pictures.
Winona says, I believe there are more than a few wrestlers that have dirt on WWE that can do whatever they want. Interesting. Very fucking interesting.
But that Matt Riddle, he's the one that fails a drug test. Then they change the rules and they're like, no, it's okay. We're changing the rules now because Matt Riddle failed. And other people have been fired for that. If you go through history, there's
of course.
Tons of people. And people have been fired of that. And big names like Ultimate Warrior and a lot of people, big names. Not Matt Riddle. Rules for Matt Riddle.
God forbid Vito was working for the WWE and he sent a dick pic. I mean, and Vito has apparently a very lovely penis. Is that correct? What? It's lovely. Handsome? What do I say?
He has a reputation for, being
right.
Big Vito.
Big Vito.
What, 6'1"? He didn't get big for being tall.
Oh, Jesus, fuck.
What? I thought this was an open show.
So listen, kids, this is all I have to say. Now, I can't be one to speak this way because I know for a fact someone on the other side of the world has seen my penis. I've sent my penis to so many people.
Right?
Oh,
really?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
You're a deep pic guy?
No. I'm not just hey, I send. This is by request. Does that make sense? Why are you pausing? You're making me nervous.
So if somebody says,
No, I have to know the
"Send me a
person.
deep
I have to.
pic,"
No, okay, hold on. I have to know the person. I have rules. I have to know the person. I have to be in some type of relationship or sexual, whatever. Blah 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 blah. Obviously, I don't do it no more because I'm married. I send them to Jen only. But yeah, I've sent quite a few deep pics.
now you know my husband will not send deep pics ever. Ever.
He sends them to me.
God damn it, Ray.
I'm just saying. One had a fucking baseball hat on it. It was weird. He puts the little uniforms on them. What?
I know. Do you remember? Totally up to something. Do you remember the time that you and Vito had a fight over Mets and Yankees baseball, and then you didn't talk to each other, and then he sent you a video of, I think it was the song "Hopelessly Devoted to You" over the phone.
God.
Do you remember this?
I think I had put up a picture of Vladimir Putin riding a horse with a guy or something behind him, and
It was like you and Vito together or
it
something.
was me and Vito. Yeah.
Like I questioned your relationship then. Now I'm not questioning it as much.
Elizabeth says, I had a dude from high school recently send me a pic of himself in bed out of nowhere. Like the first time he sent me a DM, I may have forwarded it to one of my high school girlfriends and was like, what the fuck? Yo, I couldn't have been in high school nowadays. And not listen,
No,
Noel,
never.
I'm over exaggerating the fact that how many penis pics that I've probably sent in my life. What I'm saying is that once it's out there in the internet, and I'm serious now, once it's out there in the internet, it's out there forever. So that's why I'm saying someone, somewhere, sometime has seen my penis.
There's a whole face group book of women that go after people that randomly send D pics.
Yeah, you can't do that, man.
You can't do it because those women will send your picture to every website and everything. It's crazy.
Right. So Jay Reezy wants to. I've sent you several.
Send this man a D pic now.
I already have.
Like
I don't know what the hell.
like a selfie. Give him one of these.
So that's crazy, Noel. So you're telling me that this WWE superstar sent this picture. Now what about because there's a second part of it apparently. I haven't seen any of it and I'm not going to. Like I think you have to do some deep digging to really want to see this guy's cock.
I unfortunately and very easy found the spinny pic and I wasn't looking. Because it came out like during Raw and
I found out the night after, the day after.
See, I unfortunately was really bored because he wasn't here, and like I looked and I looked at like Twitter because like I'll see the Raw results and then I'll see like updates on TikTok. Then I gotta fill him in because he's not around. And it come up and there was like it spun like that, and then he goes like this.
Oh, okay, he does.
Then he blows a kiss, and I said, "Bro, that's not a good look for you,
bro."
He says, "It's not a good look, bro."
Holy fucking shit. Wow. It was like him holding a Stretch Armstrong doll, speaking of the 80s.
And it was like a skinny.
Yeah. Well, it was a player, it was flaccid, so maybe
it was skinny.
I don't know. I don't want to talk about this guy's cock anymore. It's just funny. Like I said, I don't know if I would have survived. Well, maybe I would have. I don't know. Like, can you imagine being a kid nowadays?
No, my self-esteem could not.
You couldn't deal with it.
Mm-mm. No, I was a mess as a kid, and there wasn't Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and the embarrassing videos I would have thought were great. I'd have been putting promos up on the TikTok and dancing. No, please God, thank you that stuff didn't exist when I was a kid.
I mean, the world's a different place, Noel. You have to admit that it's a much different place. Matter of fact, I do a show called the A Show Extra, which is going to actually, guys, it's going to be up tomorrow. I think I'm going to be doing it from now on moving forward, like every Thursday around 11 or 12. So check it out when you get a chance. And maybe we could briefly touch on this, but this is the topic. I'm going to actually pop it up real quick. And it's, why is Gen Z, why don't they respect authority? And I think it has a lot to do with, parenting. And again, I never come from a place where I think I know it all. I'm just kind of like, damn, I wish you were on that show with me. That would be great because you're a mom,
Yeah,
and I mean, you're a mom. I'm a dad. I have about almost 16 years experience, so almost 2 decades experience as a father. And I gotta tell you, this generation is fucking weird, man.
Yeah,
See,
it's
when were
not.
your kids born?
My oldest was born in 1998. I was a teen mom.
Right.
And I was a cool teen mom.
She was 11.
Yeah. I was a kid. And
Oh.
then my son, my youngest, was born in 2000.
In 2000. All right, so then you have a bunch of fucking, are they Gen Z? Yeah, they're Gen Zs, right? They're Gen Zers.
I guess they are. They
Because
better be respectful of their mother, though.
That's
But
the thing.
my oldest, Frankie, says the funniest things. She says, things like, they never asked me for things for Christmas. And they were like, well, when your mom has to like get beat up to make money, you don't ask for shit.
Oh,
Because
by
I
the way,
was full time. I didn't have a 9-to-5er. So
one of our very favorite people, Marvelous Wolf, is coming and says, hello, Ray. Who is this beautiful lady? And where's April? Let me just really quickly tell you. This is my beautiful, gorgeous sister from another Mr. Noel LoGrasso. She is the wife of let's see if I can pull this guy up here. I don't know if you watch wrestling growing up, but this guy right here, this freaking sexy son of a bitch, Big Vito Lo Grasso, formerly of ECW, WCW, WWE. So Noel is filling in, and if you guys follow April on social media, as a matter of fact, you know what? Why don't I call April?
give my girl a call.
Let's see what the fuck she's doing, guys. Would you like me to call April live on the show right now? All right, they're gonna
How
chat.
long I've known April for?
How long have you known April?
Since like 2002.
Wow, so you've known her
That long.
21 years. All right, we're gonna try this. I haven't done this in quite a while, so I'm gonna try to see if this works. Here we go. We're calling April. We're calling April live. Let's see. We'll do it live. You can hear that, right? Let's see if April picks up, guys.
Hello.
Is this the lovely, the gorgeous April Hunter?
This is. You have her.
Well, I don't have you, but listen, April, I don't know if you know this, but I have someone who is equally delightful and beautiful, Miss Noel LoGrasso. Noel, say hi to April.
Hey, April.
Hey, Noel. Thank you for standing in for me. I appreciate it so much.
No problem. Love anytime. Anytime.
I'll let you guys chat for a
I was
second.
going to say, do I have to work?
So what are you up to right now, April? What's going on?
Let's see. Right now, we are driving in Virginia. Where are we exactly? We are heading to Richmond. We're actually going towards Washington, D.C.
Oh, you have a
You want us
vest?
to give the finger for you?
You have a bulletproof vest on?
I know, right?
Marvelous Wolf was just like worried about. He's like, "Where's April? I mean, this woman is beautiful, but where's April?" So I had to call you.
Thank you. Hi, Wolf. Hi, Winona. Hey, everybody there. Sorry I didn't make it this week, but yeah, on a road trip to go back home to visit family.
Oh,
And yeah, that's what we're doing. And it's, let's see, what do we do? We stopped at Savannah, Georgia
ooh,
to look around.
Mhm.
Yep, to check out an old cemetery from the 1776 era. We went to eat. We walked around, checked out.
What were you saying, Noel? Say it again.
Oh, were you? Isn't it
Yeah,
beautiful?
that's where my kid lives. I was just there, and we just went to that cemetery.
Yeah, it's so. I just can't get over. It was so interesting, and it's funny. They had these long dedications to the men who died. So it'll be like a big grave, and it'll say Captain such and such did this and that and this and that and this and that, and also here lies his wife.
Well,
So rude. So rude.
It's a reminder of that. And it was a very, very, it was very patriotic, and it was a reminder that women have really, really come a long, long way.
well, April, real quick. I don't know. You can't see this, but right now, a very sexy, beautiful man, Big Vito Lo Grasso, has popped in.
Awesome. Hey, Vito, what's up?
April.
Hey, April, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. Road trip feels like wrestling again.
Just headed home for a visit.
That is awesome. You know, I heard that there was a spot open tonight. I hope I'm not crashing the party. You know, it's the big Noel return, so I figured I might as well get my 2 cents in since I'm like took a hiatus from podcasting. But I hope to see you soon. I hope there's some good conversation. Oh my God, all the people,
All the Vitos.
Wow, this is wonderful. It's good to be loved sometimes, you know.
Hey Vito, can you tell Noel how much you love me personally?
Yeah, and also Vito, could you tell Ray that he should move down here for real? Like
It's happening.
Together.
We keep telling him.
It's fucking happening.
I have talked to this man several times. I've even had personal conversations with his wife, who's one of my besties.
She is.
And it has, come to the point where like he just is afraid to make the move. He's
no, we're gonna move. We're moving in February.
Are you sure now?
100% we're moving. We're getting the fuck out of here in February. We are. I'm gonna be hanging out with you guys. I'm gonna be hanging out in April's house all the time. You guys are gonna get sick of me. I'm terrible.
Said you're gonna hang out in my house.
Okay.
You better move, Ray. We're coming to pick you up.
April, what part of Florida are you in?
I'm in Tampa, but at the moment I'm driving through Virginia, heading towards Washington D.C.
Don't
and
say
then Philadelphia.
your home.
That's my hometown,
Tampa.
Tampa.
I hate him. No, it's not.
Yes, it is. I love Tampa.
You're from New York. You can love it.
Tampa
as much as you
is my
want.
hometown. I'm a Bucks fan. The whole 9 yards.
Awesome.
real quick question before I let you go, April, because I know you have a ton to do. So apparently you guys have Noel was saying that she's known you for now 22 years.
I met April.
Yeah, probably. We met New Jersey at the
Right. Yeah, like 2002.
What were those shows? Carmen's shows or whatever his name was, right?
Yeah. It was like 2002. I was like, really? I'm like, yes. I've known April that long, 2002.
I know April longer.
Oh, shut, Vito.
Oh, shut up. April, listen.
Yes, we're all old.
Yeah, that's what it is. We're all old. We've all known each other like 20-something years.
I met you with my mom and dad at a show.
Really?
Oh, I hate him.
Oh, you did?
Such a dick. He's so stupid.
He is so tough.
Did I find an autograph for you, little Vito?
A baby Vito.
April, you don't remember? You patted me on my little head. You gave me a hug by your hip. And you said,
I figured. Yep.
You are so wrong.
Why am I wrong?
You're wrong. You're so
Listen,
wrong.
I'm one of the few men who's got to hug April on her hip.
Listen, you sick fucks. So April, I already had Noel. I'm teaching her the boob flex. I'm gonna have Big Vito boob flex. I know people can't see it right now, but can you boob flex for us over the phone? Is that possible?
Oh, absolutely. I've been boob flexing the whole time.
Oh, have you?
You got to twitch on Twitch. Oh yeah, totally.
Oh, that's amazing.
Just happened.
By the way, I have
totally twitching on Twitch.
I have to relay a couple of messages. Marvelous Wolf, you are in his state, so he's going to be looking for you. And a bunch of
I'm watching you. You're wearing red.
You see me?
I can see you.
Well, now I'm nervous.
You're wearing a red sweatshirt.
No, it's orange.
Yep. Hi.
It's orange. I got
all 5 fingers in front of your face. Yep. There's Noel. There's Vito.
I'm scared.
Hey, April, do you like my beard?
Your beard is ugly.
He's a beautiful man.
I like your hat better though.
It's my hat. He stole it.
Why do you have to get in on my time?
I dig it.
Because you
We're
steal
talking
my
about
dresses,
me right
you
now.
steal the
Me.
hat, you steal everything.
Me.
All right. Anyway, good April.
Well, I'm going to let you guys go and you guys have a good show. But yes, I'm totally flexing and I hope you guys are going to flex on the way out too.
Well, thank you so much, April. And say goodbye to Big Vito and Noel.
Bye, April. I'll see you in my hometown in Tampa soon.
Bye, you guys. Thanks for
Bye.
Awesome. And I hope that, I definitely hope to see you guys soon. And then thanks to everybody who's there live. See you guys next week.
Yeah, we'll be back next week with April Hunter. Love you, April. Thank you so much, dear.
Love you too. Mwah.
Mwah. Bye-bye, Ma.
Right. Bye. Bye, Wolf. I see you there. Bye.
Not for nothing, guys. April really fucking loves you guys. And I'm talking about the people that come here every single week, the people that support her, the people that support this show. She genuinely cares about you guys. So thank you so much, because you even being here and she's not here means a lot to her. because you're showing support to her baby, her show. And I'm gonna let you know straight up right now, guys. I'm doing this show, but I have the Knicks game going on right here to my right, and they're up 3-2 right now. So I'm watching this live. This is going to be all over the place. So the very first topic I want to jump into, I wanted to talk about Noel and Vito. I don't know how long you're going to hang out with us for, but
I just came to pop in and give my support. I might pop in a little later. I didn't want to hog up the spotlight, but I just want to say thank you everybody for checking in. Everybody's cool.
Okay.
Support the April and Ray show. Noel's supposed to be coming back soon.
Nice.
I don't know what I'm doing.
He's coming back soon.
I'm too busy beautifying myself every day and trying to look better than Ray.
That's not very difficult. By the way,
I didn't cut my beard off.
Yes, you did.
Shut up.
You cut your beard off at the same time Ray cut his off.
I tell you what though, I like the beard. I don't know if you like it, Noel. That's most.
The beard, I love it. When he shaves it off, I don't.
Are you gonna let it grow out fuller, or is that gonna be at like the 5 o'clock shadow?
It's
like a 7:30 shadow.
Because I'm so persistent with it.
Christ,
I get to a point where if I'm not at the barbershop once a week, right? I just and it comes too low, then I say, okay, it's time to see it. So then I shave it off and I let it grow in. It grows in about 5 days.
Right.
Which is better than what it used to.
Right.
Because I never had facial hair.
When you guys see me again, I'm gonna be a lot different. Me and Jen, we're working together on. I'm getting back in shape big time.
Do it, brother.
It's already. It's
good if you can get back in shape. I hope you do it. Ray made a comment. He says, "Vito, you look real skinny." I really
does
with my job, and then what I'm doing.
He walks a lot.
Yeah.
I eat once a day, people. So once a day.
Once? Why do you eat once a day? That's not healthy.
That's all I want. That's all my stomach can.
When it gets hot, he can't eat.
So wait a second. So you eat one big meal a day, or
it's not even that big, my friend. Is if I've been eating 2 cans of chicken. You know what I mean, or 2 cans of tuna, and that's about it. I'm really just not hungry.
What did you have over the weekend, though?
What did I have?
Stuffed pizza from Mama Romano's.
Yeah, I did eat stuffed pizza because I needed to eat, and when my body says you need to eat, I do sit down and I have a meal. But most of the time when I'm working in the heat, or I'm outside, or I'm on the rush, I just can't eat. So that's why I'm very lean, and I try to just stay in shape. And then I'm in the gym, and I'm killing it in the gym, and I'm working like a beast.
Killing it in the gym, by the way.
Killing it in the gym, pickleball. Doing my 2 today.
The puppy's been working his ass off.
Yeah, I've been doing good. So I'm just trying to look good and keep in shape for Miss Noel so she doesn't divorce me.
Well, I don't think she will. Really? Just that close? Jesus.
It's fine. Somebody will love me out there.
I love you.
Oh, stop it.
The dog loves you.
Jen will love me.
Jen loves her.
Jen does love him.
Yeah, I know.
Deuces to everybody. I'll pop back in later on. Hope you guys have a great show. Remember, catch Ray in April and Noel. They keep doing a great job. Ray is on here. He's the maestro, plays the music, and orchestrates everything over here.
I try.
The BIGV from the LOG. Deuces, people.
Yeah, I love you, Vito. I really do, man. You're handsome.
Look at this.
Hey, can you give us a helicopter like Ric Flair?
No, no, you can't say no. Just say no, please, because you don't want to spin your D.
Yeah, we don't want to see it.
We were talking about Matt Riddle and his D spinning issue.
I got one thing to say on this stuff. Okay.
Yeah, you got him back in.
Right,
you got him back in.
I got something to say. Okay.
Oh boy, here we go.
This is the truth. Okay. The truth.
Yes,
I'm a guy who stood up for a lot of great things in life, and I do very prestigious things. I do good things. I help a lot of people. And because of what I took a stand for in wrestling, I kind of have been shut out. But that's fine because I never was a clique. I never was a guy who had to hang out with guys. I was always marched my own beat. But then you look at the other side of wrestling and you have some people who don't do respectful things. They do harmful things. They look to hurt people. They look to, plus I'm a former Nick, which I'm going to check out right now. Anyway.
That's why he's running out of here.
But guys, what I'm trying to say is when you got people like that representing a brand like the WWE, it's not a good look, and those people have jobs. And the good people in wrestling sit on the sidelines. It's something that's a shame. It's something that's been going on. That's the culture of wrestling. Good people stay out, the shitty people stay in, and we all know what goes on. But you know what? I have a better life for it. It's less drama, and I don't need it.
Well, Vito, you know the deal, right? Wrestling, carnies, queers, and addicts.
That's it. So everybody, peace out. Have a great show. That's what I had to say for today. All right, big.
Actually, listen, do me a favor, Vito. Actually, call Jen. Call her on her phone.
No, I was gonna call her. I told her.
Scoot back over. He's laughing because he's gonna go out and call her right now.
I know he is.
He's running out of here because he knows the Knicks are on.
He's a great guy. That's why I have the fucking game. Anyway, so let's talk this. So let's talk about this, man. This is gonna take some time. We got about an hour left to the show. And most of the show, like I said, is gonna be feel good. But I want to kick off a little bit about things that you've been through during your life. It's a little bit of a testimonial. Now, if I'm correct, you suffered a stroke just shortly. How many months after you and Vito got married? And what year was that?
Well, first I had a back injury.
Okay.
And I was fighting that. And they were treating it. And that I got hurt on our wedding day.
You got hurt on your wedding day?
Yeah.
Was this like a bedroom thing or?
No.
Oh, okay.
I woke up in I had a bad back anyway from we thought years of wrestling. So I was like really hurting, and everybody was like, here, drink this bottle of wine and take this medication and just go down the aisle and you'll be fine. So I made it through, got on the plane to Vegas. And the longer I was in Vegas, the more I realized I'm starting to not be able to feel my feet, which is a problem. But if I stood up and I kept walking, I was fine. So I just made this list of things I wanted to do where I had to walk.
Right.
So then I wouldn't sit down.
You're laughing about it. And I'm like so serious.
I could lay down, but I couldn't sit down.
Right.
So I just kept walking. But on the last day, I finally was like, Vito, I can't feel my legs up to my knees on both sides. He's like, what do you mean? I'm like, I have no feeling in my feet. I have no feeling in my legs. We flew home.
Wait, I'm sorry. From your knees up, you had no feeling?
Down. My
From
feet
down.
all the way to my knees. But by the time we had got home and I got up, I didn't have feeling all the way to my hips on both sides. I had lost feeling on the whole lower part of my body. So then I can walk. I missed what that said. I was trying to read it.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I'll read it out. No, it's just first and foremost, Elizabeth is putting over your puppy. She says the puppy is
my Dolly.
Dolly
Madison. Dolly Jean, the beauty queen.
This comment was referring to what Vito was saying before. It says you can tell in the past few years Vito's vids and Twitch streams, so on and so forth. He's been happier and healthier. And it's just Vito. Listen, Vito. I can attest to the fact that Vito is a beautiful man. Noel is a beautiful woman. You guys are both beautiful people, and you shine a light. So I guess that's why
I love my Viti. Everybody knows I love my Viti.
I know you do. I love my Jenny.
We love our people.
I love my Jenny. Jenny.
So I went through all these treatments, which were like surgeries and steroid injections and all this kind of stuff, which just destroys you. So then a few years into that, I ended up having a massive stroke. Massive. Vito. We love Vito. We love Vito.
Everybody does.
I had a massive stroke, which meant I could hardly talk. Thought I was going to die. Lost a bunch of my eyesight. Any walking I got back went way out the window.
Right.
We had to start from square one. So that was a couple years into being married. But right away, we started off being married. I came home from my honeymoon and went right into the hospital and stayed there for like a month and a half. So that was marriage right off the bat.
Now that's a challenge. Now the reason why I wanted to ask you all these questions also is because we have some people that may listen, people that have never listened to the show before, and again, for people that are tuning in for the first time, let's say on Rumble, I want you guys to know that this show is a little bit of everything. Sometimes we go really heavy and deep on politics and serious issues. Sometimes we go into life issues. We had an amazing masseuse on the other day. We had a young lady who she did beauty products, and she also could read your tarot cards. A little bit of everything. And right now we have the beautiful Noel Harlow LoGrasso, who's on with us, and former pro wrestler, also current friend of mine. So who basically, is people talk about having a tough marriage. People talk about, dealing with shit in relationships. I can honestly say that you guys have kind of, nothing's perfect, but you guys have held your own when it comes to the vows, and better or worse. So that's why I wanted to talk to you guys about, like, mostly how you're getting through it. Cause I'm sure every day is a challenge, right?
It's tough, but like we've kind of learned, and like I tell you a lot, right? Like, when I go through time, I'm like, I'm out of here, dude. I'm out of here. And sometimes I mean it. I'll pack my stuff and I'll go to Philly. Like, I'm like done. I'm done. But it's only because it's a lot to be handicapped. I walk with a walker. It's a lot to be handicapped. I can't drive because I can't see. It's a lot. I had a headache for 4 years. Imagine having a migraine headache for 4 years.
For 4 years, guys.
4 years. I just got rid of this headache in December.
Oh my God. So it's gone. How the fuck do I not how do I not know that it's gone?
It's gone.
That's so good, Noel. I'm so happy to hear that.
Occasional regular headache, but I take new medication, and
that's when Vito walks in the room. That's the only time you get the headache, right?
Yeah, I get this throbbing right here in the center. You ever see that diagram where they talk about, like, where they'll say, here's where it's like your seasonal allergies, tension, headache, and then the entire head? That's my Vito.
That's your bitch. Winona jumped in. She says, that's actually a blessing and a curse at the same time. One hand, that's terrible. On the other hand, it shows the character of you both. I will attest to that. And looking from the outside.
When my back happened, and it was bad, like as bad. Every time I went back to have another procedure, and then they would do an MRI, they're like, "Oh my God, another disc is exploded. Like, we can't fix this. We can't fix this," because I had a condition they didn't know I had, and it was just going all the way up to my neck. I was on the phone with DDP,
and we're talking about DDP, like, hey, it's
Diamond
DDP.
Yeah, this DDP. That's my buddy. I'm on the phone with DDP.
I have his number. Should we call him?
Huh?
Should I call him live?
Do you want to? I was going to say, do you want me to?
You can. That'd be awesome. Hey. Anyway, go ahead. Continue.
He's on the phone with me. Vito had called him because I was doing so bad. And he's like, I'm calling Dallas. So calls him on the phone. And he said, do you know, like, how many men, seriously, men that would just be like, well, that I can't deal with that. Like, right out of you just get married and then that happens. And like, how many dudes are just, he's like, you have such a good man that stands by you like that. Yeah. Like, that's a marriage. That's a man.
That is a man.
It's like, you know what? Like, he could have. And there are times when, like, he needed a break and he needed to go take a walk or needed to go away for a couple of days. Well, God bless him. He needs to.
Right.
Sometimes I need to. Sometimes you need that. I go visit my kid in Savannah, or I go see my mom and dad or my nephews or something, to my grandmother. I take a break too. It's easy to travel because the airlines are very, very helpful. People shit on the airlines, but they really help handicapped people, because without them, I couldn't travel.
They're super accommodating, you're saying. Super
great. They get me in a wheelchair. They take me through security. They help me on the plane. I can't see the signs. The print. I can't see. I can't walk. They help me right on. Same with the train. The train is amazing. Those people are great at Amtrak, because I take the train to Savannah because there's no, like, real airlines from here to there.
Oh, it's not like the train in New York City. When you take the train, you get a homeless person that stabs you in the neck.
Yeah, no, it's different. Oh, okay. Amtrak is different from Kissimmee to there, but it's like 7 hours, which is a little brutal, but it's not bad. There's a specific handicap.
And Cool Awesome Dude's going crazy. Did Noel just say Savannah? By the way, do you guys know that a lot of my family, if not most of my family, lives in Savannah, Georgia as well? So I'm going to be going there a lot when I move to Florida. And
I think I'll take a drive with you when you guys.
You can absolutely 100%. You can come and to meet my family. They are. It's like, the only thing is, I always warn people, my family is, if you ever seen the movie My Big Fat Greek Wedding, that is them. A lot of them, and they're always happy for people to be there. They're very huggy.
Oh, really? Your family's huggy?
They're fucking huggy. Like, very lovey and huggy. and
well,
drinky.
I will hug, but when you meet my kid, not hugger.
Yeah, well, I'm a hugger.
Exactly like me, though. Like a carbon copy. Looks exactly like me, too. Carbon copy.
I know. I've seen him. It's very, very handsome.
Yes.
It's very good looking. But anyway.
You're exactly like me.
So back to your and Colin, Colin Wysong. Colin jumps in. He says, "Hi, Noel. Ray hasn't introduced me yet. I'm his brother, and I'll be sleeping on the couch most of the time." Yes, because Colin also has a lady in his life, and he has a child, so he's annoying, and I'm sure she throws him out of the house many times. So yes, he will be sleeping on my couch.
Good deal, Colin. We look forward to seeing you.
Yeah, Colin. If you're not doing nothing, you could jump in, buddy. But yeah. So I really want to get into the crust of the neurological issues and how you're dealing with them. Maybe some of the, and I'm rushing through this because we have a lot of other topics to talk about, but I want to get into the crust of the neurological issues and maybe what are some of the things that they do now that maybe they couldn't have done if this happened to you, let's say in the like if you were this age now in 1985. That makes any sense?
Dead off TPA is an injection that they give you when you have a stroke that breaks up the clots and whatever. I've had 2 strokes. I had a minor stroke in January, as you know, because
that one scared the shit out of me.
That was scary.
Yeah.
And that was like weird because I podcast right after I had that stroke, and Vito was like, "What was that? You didn't make any sense." And then I edited it and I sent it to Russo, and everybody was like, "What was that? Like, that was really weird." And when I watched it back, we were like, "Okay, we need to go to the doctor." But the first one was worse. I was really bad. Like, I was hospitalized in the ICU in Philadelphia, flown by helicopter. They give you TPA right away. TPA saves your life. If I didn't have TPA, I'd be dead.
And what exactly is TPA?
What was that?
What exactly is TPA?
I believe it's like a clot buster.
Interesting.
So you have blood clots and things that clot, like basically I had an aneurysm in the back of my head. I have something called a vertebral dissection, which I still have right here in the back of my head. And I have an aneurysm on the top of it. And it's like blood clots and bleeds and all this kind of weird shit. They give you TPA and it basically starts reversing the stroke. You get damage, but it saves you from being like a vegetative stroke victim. Like people used to get strokes and it was really bad and it stayed really bad. And you would hope that it would recover after a certain amount of time. In the 80s, that's kind of how it was. And like you rehabbed, but sometimes you got to a certain point and that's where it was. You remember the actress Betty Davis?
Of course. Yeah.
So Betty Davis had a stroke in the 80s. Before they had TPA, and she had to rehab. And if you remember, her mouth was kind of a little sideways after that. She never quit smoking because it's Betty Davis, and she was like, "Fuck you guys." But she always kind of had a crooked mouth and lost a lot of weight and whatever else. She had a stroke, and that's why she was kind of like that. And she got real loose with her words and said whatever she wanted, not because she was Betty Davis, but because when you have a stroke, that's how you get.
And a lot of people used to do the imitation, what do you call it? When you imitate somebody and they would do the, "Hi, I'm Betty Davis." You know, she
Oh, you're thinking of Katharine Hepburn.
Oh, same shit, right?
Betty Davis always had a cigarette like this. And she goes, "This place is a dump."
Oh, this Betty Davis.
That's Betty Davis. She
Betty
was in the movie Whatever Happened to Baby Jane, which is one of my favorite movies.
Right. Okay, now I know.
It was her and it was Joan Crawford were in that movie. You remember Joan Crawford from Mommy Dearest? Which is an absolute falsity, by the way. That was written by her daughter who got written out of the will. That movie's fake.
So you think that's bullshit?
100%.
Interesting.
100%.
Okay,
because I'm an expert on old Hollywood. Do you know who slept with Joan Crawford, by the way?
Me. Vito.
No, but you're close. Guess.
Hulk Hogan?
Yul Brynner.
Shut the fuck up. Oh, by the way, I don't know if you guys know this, but Noel has an infatuation with from The King and I, Yul Brynner.
Huge infatuation.
Why do you think she married Vito? That's like his spitting image.
And Vito loves Yul Brynner.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Be real with me. You guys ever do the old, Yul Brynner, put on the costumes and, have a little fun?
He wears those robes.
Oh, God, of course he does. Fuck me. Why did I ask? Oh, God, I can't see it.
He was Yul Brynner for Halloween. Remember?
I know he was.
I know he was. You know,
Okay.
I'm
By the
wearing
way-
one of those robes right now, actually.
Well, all right. You know, let's keep it PG-13. No bullshit.
You never kept anything PG-13 in life. Don't
Not
lie
at
to
all.
these people.
Not fucking all. They already know me by now. But so now you're going through all these physical ailments. And you're telling me that Vito's a hardhead, we know that, but at the same time, he is incredibly loyal. And
Incredibly so.
and I don't know if he's gonna watch this, and I'm gonna use a wrestling term. I'm gonna put him over, but there are not a lot of men. I couldn't name a lot of men that would have stuck by, and why do you think that is? Why do you think Vito is that way? Why do you think how do we find somebody and get somebody in our life that's legit? Like, I can honestly say, not because she's a couple of doors down making dinner, but I can honestly say I know in my heart that if anything, God forbid, ever happened to me or her, we'd be there for each other, no matter how bad it got.
You guys would.
But
you're that type of couple.
Yeah.
Vito is extraordinarily loyal. He always has been that way. I'll tell you two things. Number one, his brother told me about Vito. He said, I think you're the only person he ever really loved in his entire life. Really loved.
And he does.
I know he does. My mom tells me all the time, oh my God, that man loves you so much.
He does.
And then number two, Vito, when you're his family in his heart, you're his family in his heart, and you stay there. Even if you tell him to F off, he will still love you in his heart and be there for you. I've seen it. I've seen people say nasty stuff about Vito and whatever, and he will still be there and defend them. I'll tell you what, like Vito is friends with Vince Russo for I don't know how many years. I lost count, over 30. Vito took so much shit for being friends with Vince that it cost him opportunities.
We all have.
Yeah, right. Me too, and I don't give a shit. I don't care what people think or say about me.
I like him a lot, but
I love Vince. He's one of my buddies. I love Vince. I'll fight for Vince. I don't care. But it lost him opportunities, but he didn't care because that was his friend. And it doesn't matter if it lost him opportunities or not. He still owes Vince still owes it. Right. I don't know. They still fight over who bought this pizza, and I'm still not sure.
I like this comment. I have to run in real quick and say this. This is from the artist, hashtag the artist return, says, when somebody you love goes down, you got to be strong for the both of you until you can be strong together. That's marriage 101. We had kids at the time too. They needed strength too. So yeah, it's like a whole unit, husband supports the wife, or the wife supports the husband, the children who know mommy and daddy. Don't think your kids have no idea that you guys are going through shit, because kids know. Yeah. And they're strengthened through your strength and seeing you guys support each other. But I'm sorry, go ahead, continue.
I have to say too, with Vito, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here because Vito is a hard ass. Hospital I went into when I had the stroke, doctor made a mistake. I was in ICU and he was going to discharge me. I was unconscious. He was going to discharge me from the hospital.
Piece of shit.
The doctor. And the nurse was like, you don't have the right person. You can't discharge her. And this doctor's arguing with the nurses. And I'm laying there. I'm out. My ex-mother-in-law, who's still my mother-in-law, by the way, was there. And my kid, and everybody's fighting. And Vito told this guy, I will grab you and throw you out of a window. Swear to God,
I will hit you with a fucking chair, with a steel chair.
He literally told him, I will throw you out of that window if you discharge my wife. She is sick. She is hooked up to multiple doctors. She's unconscious. And he messed up. He was going to discharge me, and he was supposed to discharge somebody else. And yeah.
He was supposed to discharge. Holy shit.
And he was going to discharge me from the ICU. I just had a stroke. You couldn't send me home. I couldn't see. Like, I was blind. Like, it was horrible.
Fucking crazy, Noel.
Yeah. And Vito stopped this man from discharging me. And it turned out he was supposed to discharge somebody else. So that guy could have discharged me, and I couldn't even move. I was supposed to keep my head still because I had an aneurysm in the back of my head. He would have sent me home in the car. I'd have been dead. I'd have been dead. He'd killed me. And Vito stopped him. Vito saved my life. Vito fed me food with his hands because I couldn't even eat off a fork. Like, he fed me like this.
Oh.
Like, yeah, I've never even told anybody that. It's more serious than anybody even realizes. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here. Not at all. Not at all.
You know what? I'm gonna give Vito. All right, enough, guys. Guys, enough.
He's still
All right,
a
cut it.
But he'll never not be a butthead. But still, people don't realize he calls me Crippled H. Yeah, he's still a butt.
He calls you Cripple H. That's fucking.
He tells me he'll flatten my walker tires. Like, he's a jerk, but he does it because he knows that will make me get up and call him a bald bastard, and then I'll fight him and I'll keep going.
That's fucking hilarious.
That's what we gotta do.
I've known you
You
guys
gotta
for
find
quite
humor.
I've known you guys for some time. I've never heard him call you that in my life.
Oh yeah, he calls me out all the time.
Cripple H.
He's a
So
jerk.
I'm going to ask you something else. So, and this is an interesting question. I don't know if maybe you've been asked this before. I've never asked you this, but why? So you love Disney. You love going to Disney. We went to Disney with you guys. You love Disney. Were you always in love with Disney, and how has your love for the Disney product, the theme park, like, what does it do for you? Like, did those experiences going to that place help you through a lot of your times, and why do you think that is?
I have been going to Disney my whole life.
Okay.
Even though we lived in Pennsylvania, that was our vacation. And we went, our whole family, my grandparents went on both sides, like everybody went. So that was like my safe space. I feel like one of those people. I needed a safe space. But that's where we went. And I saw Snow White when I was a little girl, came back to the theaters. I may be 4, but I clearly remember the outfit that I had on. I remember going and just being like, oh my God, this is awesome. I love this so much. And I just was obsessed from then on. So I always went, loved it to death. It was my favorite vacation, loved it. But I got really, really into it. And then right before I had my stroke, I had taken both my kids. And I was very sick. I was so swollen from treatments from my back that I couldn't bend my fingers. And I was pushing a wheelchair with my hands flat like this. I was sending my kids to get ibuprofen and stuff because I was in so much pain. I couldn't stand it from the hotel, whatever, getting ibuprofen. I was so sick.
Right.
I thought I was going to die, and I thought it was my last trip. So I took the kids, and I thought I was going to die because nobody knew I was sick. I really was building this bad thing in my head, and I didn't know. And I was just terribly sick. And I thought, oh, this is it. 2 weeks after I came back, I had the stroke, right? Mm-hmm. So I was right. I was dying. I just didn't know what was wrong with me. So I had my kids in Disney. I figured this is going to be my last hurrah. And I watched Frozen, which is my favorite. I love Snow White, but it's my favorite Disney. In fact, I have, let's see, Let It Go tattooed on my shoulder.
I didn't know. Did you have that when we saw you guys? No, you got that.
A while. Let It Go is tattooed on my shoulder. Because that was the last movie I watched with Frankie in Disney. We watched Frozen together. And that was what I remembered when I woke up from the stroke. And Vito said to me, when you get better, I promise you, I am going to move you to Disney World and you're going to live in Disney. And he goes, they're telling us it takes a year to get better from a stroke. Like a year is what you're going to be. And he said, we're going to rehab and we're going to do everything that they say to do. And in a year, I'm moving you to Disney World. And 1 year exactly after we had a stroke, he accepted a job in Disney World and we moved down here. That's what Disney is for us, that's how important it was to us. It was a goal. And we came down, we got passes, we go all the time, we go on dates, we go to character dinners. But even for Vito, he didn't have much of a childhood. It was a very tough upbringing that he had. Very tough. I mean, that's his story to tell. But he even has a picture of his dad holding him with Pluto and Chippendale. You've seen them, right? They're in my hallway.
Mhm.
He wrote It's a Small World when he was little at the World's Fair in 1964. So that's like a little piece of childhood that he had. So now he can go and have his childhood too at Disney. And we go and we take the kids and we go with friends. And when anybody comes down, we go, oh, come to Disney with us. Like our close friends go. Ray went with us. And we even told Russo to come to Disney with us when he comes to visit his dad. We're like, come down and go to Disney World with us. Would you not pay money to see Russo come to Disney World?
Well, I would, but I got to tell you something straight up and down. I would pay, but I wouldn't have. I'd just be like, look, dude, I'm paying for the food. I don't want no fucking arguments. It's a long story, guys. I wanted to throw this little picture up, see if I can actually add this. But this is a very old picture. I hope you don't mind me sharing this, but this is a lovely picture. This is one of my favorites. But you and Vito, when you guys got married,
it's our wedding, yeah.
That's your wedding, and you guys don't have children together, but you have adopted a beautiful little puppy, and this.
Oh my God! It's Dolly Madison.
This little girl, Dolly Madison, has brought so much joy to your lives. This is my favorite one. I picked 3 of my favorites.
That's my favorite.
I mean, like having a little animal in the house, and I know you've always wanted to have a dog. So what broke it down, man? Like, what was the final straw here, in getting Dolly into your family?
We've had dogs before in the past, and they've passed away or whatever. And with me being sick and being down here and everything, we had this really space. And I got really sick in December, and I went in the hospital, and then I went to Savannah, and I just was in like a really bad place. Like really bad, because I started new medication, and sometimes when you start medicine, you're like really shitty. I was like super shitty. Like I was mean. I got on a train. I was in Savannah. I was living there. Like I was in such a bad place. And I got off of the train to come back. And when I got off the train, Vito was like, we got to change some stuff. He's like, I think we should get a dog. And I'm like, what?
That's out of the fucking blue, right?
Yeah. He's like, I think we really need to get a dog. His friend had come over with a Rottweiler puppy. And he was like, this puppy was really cute. She was great. I think we should get a dog. And we were going to adopt an older dog. And we had brought an older dog here. And she was a kennel dog. And she just didn't like that Vito comes in and out at night because he works evening shift. Didn't like it. She wanted her mommy back home. And she loved me. She loved to watch Old School Prices Right, like legitimately in front of the TV. Loved this dog.
Of course she did.
She was great, but she just wasn't comfortable. And they're like, "It's okay. We'll come down and get her, but we got a surprise for you. Pick out a puppy." And I was like, "Oh, I don't know if I could do a puppy." Vito's like, "Do it. Let's do a puppy. We've never done a puppy together. Let's do a puppy." I was like, "All right." And the guy shows me these little puppies playing, and Dolly stuck her face in the camera and then turned around and stuck her butt in the camera and walked away. I said, well, that's my dog right there.
Right there. That was it.
Yeah. It's just like, I said, I'll bring her down. And then I named her after Dolly Parton.
I want to take you guys. I want to take you down memory lane really quickly. And I want you to just really quickly, rapid fire, tell us some of these pictures. Okay. You ready?
Go ahead.
All right, so we got this picture. What is this? What's going on? Who's this son of a bitch?
That is Private Vito Lo Grasso.
Private,
Vito was
is it?
in the Army when I was in kindergarten.
Yes, Vito has a couple of years on you. What about this picture right here?
Oh, that is Team Envy.
Team Envy.
That is when Vito and I first started dating. Even though we didn't meet in wrestling, somehow we got booked together. I don't know how that happened, but yeah, that's
called fate, by the way.
It's what?
It's called fate.
Mm-hmm.
This is my favorite picture of you guys. You ready?
Yeah. That was the day we got engaged. That's in Adelphia, New Jersey. That's when we had our first date.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yep. He took me there dancing on our first date. And then he took me back there telling me he had something to do because he had like a celebrity boxing match thing the next day there. And he's like, oh, we have this press thing we're supposed to do there. So we got to go back. You know, Damon Feldman, the guy that does all the celebrity boxing.
Sure. Absolutely.
It was for him. So we were staying in Atlantic City and we went back there to do it. And he's like, oh, it got canceled. Let's just have dinner. And I was like, oh, okay. So we stayed for dinner. We eating dinner, and the whole time we're at dinner, Vito is like staring at me, like dog staring at me.
Was he staring at you like the way you were staring at him in this picture?
I wasn't staring at him in that picture.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm positive.
Okay.
I'm positive. No, he was, I love that picture of him. That's like his favorite picture of me. Second favorite.
I agree. Noel she is still gorgeous.
He's staring at me like with these eyes, and I'm like, what, do I have a bee on me? Like, why is he looking at me like that? So then he goes, let's have dessert. And you know Vito, does he eat dessert?
He does eat.
We eat dessert. Does Vito eat dessert?
No, does he eat dessert? No, he does not eat any sugar ever.
Never, only on his birthday.
Right.
So I was like, why does he want to eat dessert? So we get up and he goes over to this big ass dessert cake because they make fresh desserts there that are amazing. And there was these little strawberries that were painted for tuxedos because right before Valentine's Day, they had little tuxedos on them. I said, oh, let's get those. It's fruit. You like fruit and I like chocolate. Let's get those.
Okay.
So the waitress comes out with these strawberries, and in the center of the strawberries was this sucker, this huge ass diamond ring there.
Wait a second. Are you talking about this one right here?
Yeah, that one. Same one, same ring.
Oh.
And I was like, I froze because it's Vito and he's not marrying anybody. And he asked me to marry him when we first started dating, and I said he had to wait.
Really?
So, yeah, I told him, so you have to get to know the kids. I can't just, marry somebody. He wanted to get married. We started dating September 9th, 2009. And he wanted to get married on Thanksgiving. And I'm like, you got to wait. I can't marry anybody that fast. So we waited until 2011. We got engaged. So he asked me, got down on his knee. All I could think of was that movie Moonstruck, where he gets down on his knee and everybody's like, he's ruining his pants. And that's all I could think of was that movie. So I couldn't talk. I was like, and the waitress leans over and goes, you got to say something. you got to tell this guy something. And I said, oh my God, yes.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, it was great.
I remember when I gave the ring to Jen, she just threw it in my face and said, what's your name?
Yeah.
No,
Excuse me, sir.
Excuse me,
sir.
Jen, I rock Jen's world even to this day. So wow, man, we could do an entire fucking show on just the shit that you've been through, the shit you and Vito go through, your lives together. But I wanted to segue. This is what I do because we got about 20 minutes left to the show. And I wanted the headline of the show is things that we miss, things that we did as kids that we miss. So I was born 1976. You were born 1996, right? Right, Noel?
96. Let's play it. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure. We're both 80s. You and I are close in age. We're both 80s kids, right? We both grew up in the 80s. And we were teenagers in the 90s. The early and mid 90s. And some of my favorite things happened in the 90s. I turned 20 in the 90s. In 1996, I turned 20. I turned 21 in 1997. So I was able to drink legally. Marvelous Wolf was born in 1986. Marvelous Wolf, you can go fist yourself because that means you're 10 years younger than me, and I wish I was you.
Well, shit.
Right? Fuck. Bastard. By the way, New York.
Vito already had a beard in 1986.
Shit. By the way, I'm watching. I'm giving you all the attention in the world, but I'm peeking over here, and my New York Knicks are down by 2 points. They just tied the game. So,
well, we haven't seen Vito pop back in yet.
Right. That's why Vito hasn't showed up. So I wanted to talk really quick. Oh, MV Hitman 19. You really 1974, dude? I don't know, dude. Cool, awesome. 1994. I hate
94.
You. Can I tell you? I don't know what it is. 1985, War Demon's a baby as well. And let me tell you something. By the way, MV Hitman, you look way younger than that. I know what he looks like. 1994 for a lot of people, like 92, 93, 94 was a really good year. What's one of your favorite years, just out of the blue? 92, 93.
92, 93 are my favorite years.
Why is that?
Don't know. The music.
What happened? Right?
The music was good. I go out to my kitchen, like when I'm cooking or like doing kitchen shit, whatever that may be, and I'll be like, Alexa, play me Billboard hits from 1993 because I know I'm going to get some jams.
By the way, I don't hate you, cool, awesome dude. I am jealous of you.
It's jealousy.
It's really
because
fucking
I have
jealous.
the same jealousy.
and War Demon, born in the golden age of TV. Man, we got to see such good shit,
Good
man.
shows, dude. Like I know, like everybody's not a wrestling person here, but 1991 to 92. I don't know if I ever shared you my theory on how it's the greatest year of pro wrestling ever for WWF.
No, please tell me real quick.
Greatest year of pro wrestling because the storylines all flowed together. Macho Man, Miss Elizabeth storyline going into him winning the title in 1990.
The Mega Powers, yeah.
Tell me that's not great. Ric Flair's Royal Rumble appearance.
Yep.
Come on. Even Hogan doing the whole deal with Sergeant Slaughter and fighting for America and Slaughter heel turn into face turn. All this stuff was the best years of wrestling. And everybody had a storyline all the way down. Like, even when you go to your mid cards, like your Rick Martel versus Jake the Snake Roberts, where he blinded Jake Roberts, even your tag teams, everybody had a storyline. You don't see that now. Not everybody gets a good storyline, but then everybody had one from 91 to 92. I don't know who booked, but they booked.
Well, you texted me. I don't know. Do you have the list with you of some of your favorite things?
On my lap.
You do have it, right?
Always prepared. I got my notes.
All right, so let's talk about it. Let's run down your list. We'll go, and I'll throw some of my favorite things out there in chat. In the chat, I want you guys, whether you're on Rumble. Unfortunately, I cannot bring up the chat here on Rumble. So if you guys are chatting live, I'm going to start trying to figure a way of getting the chat displayed here on Rumble. But if you guys are on Twitch and if you guys are on YouTube, but I advise you guys, please go over to Rumble. Please support us there as well. Put in some of your favorite things. I don't care when it was growing up. What you could do is you could type in when you were growing, like, you know, what your favorite year was and what some of your favorite things were. Put it in the chat. We'll read it down. And also, I'm going to be opening up the mailbag, guys. I will be opening up the mailbag. I believe starting, well, tomorrow, I'm going to do a show, like I said earlier. It's the A Show mailbag. Or is it A Show mailbag? I'm going to confirm that before we end the show. I'll put it up on the screen. I want you guys to send us emails, show ideas, just your thoughts. If you guys just want to say hi. So I'm going to be opening up the mailbag. I'm going to try to close out the show, most of the shows with the mailbag. So, but right now, right here on, yes, R.I.P. Bad Guy, Razor Ramon. One of my favorites, man. That guy was incredible. Anyway, so let's go. What do you got on your list? What's one of your favorite things?
I'm going to start off with a minor one, but it still irks me. Toys and cereal boxes.
Tell me about them.
They don't have toys and cereal boxes anymore. And I didn't know this, but I've got a little nephew that told me they don't put toys in cereal boxes anymore.
They don't at all?
Not at all. Like if you want stuff, like it's usually like they'll give you like digital codes to go into things and play games and shit. But we used to get spoons that changed color. We used to get cars. We used to get little things that you push down and they would pop up in the air, bouncy balls, all kinds of stuff. Now you don't get toys and cereal boxes anymore. I used to look forward to that. I would beat up siblings to get to the toys and the cereal boxes. No toys and cereal boxes anymore. That's bullshit.
So can I just tell you also, there was something about growing up in the 80s and 90s, like you said, not only the toys, but the boxes themselves. They had little puzzles on them, little games on them. And cereal was just fun back then. And there were so many different types. I remember they had cereal that, like if you grew up, you had Mr. T cereal.
I was just going to say, Mr. T cereal was awesome. Cabbage Patch Kid cereal was delicious.
You had fucking Cabbage Patch Kid cereal?
Yes, and it was so good. And it was just plain, these little circle plain faces, but it was really good. It was like sugar-coated. Delicious.
Do you remember Nintendo cereal?
Yes, it was a system. It was two sides, remember?
Yes.
It was a cereal system.
You had, if I'm correct, you had Zelda. The Zelda game on one side. Was it Mario Brothers or Donkey Kong in the other end?
Mario Brothers in the other. Donkey Kong had its own cereal.
They had Donkey Kong cereal.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and all this shit was delicious, man. And now,
Batman, summer of '89, everything was Batman. Batman had its own cereal. You could get Batman cards, and they'd be in the box.
I miss those days, man. I really miss cereal. Was fun. What else? So now you said toys, and what was your? Do you remember like an awesome toy that you got? Because I got a Matchbox car in one of my cereal. Was it Hot Wheels? No, it was a Matchbox car. Like that's probably, I think it was a Porsche or something like that. Or was it a Ferrari?
We
One of the
used
two.
to get these little submarines.
Oh, hold on. MV Hitman. This is the hood. King Vitamin. You probably, I don't know if you ever heard.
That you got with your little welfare card, King Vitamin.
Yes, King Vitamin cereal.
That's ghetto
Absolutely.
times. I knew about that shit. Ghetto times.
Go ahead, dude, I'm
Anyway,
sorry.
little submarine that you used to fill up with baking soda, and then you would put it in the bathtub, and that shit would run around the bathtub. That's a cereal box toy.
I don't remember that.
That's an oldie, dude. That was bomb.
Yo, dude, I'm gonna pop up something, and I don't think you're gonna remember this. I'm gonna share the screen here. This was one of my favorite fucking cereals. It came in vanilla, and it came in chocolate, and it was around for a very short time, but it was fucking delicious. Do you remember ice cream cones?
Yes,
cereal?
I was just gonna say ice cream cones. I was gonna say ice cream cones or Dunkin' Donuts cereal.
Oh my fucking god! Let
That
me look
shit
at some of these.
was delicious.
You look at some of these cereal boxes here. Fruity Pebbles, Cocoa Puffs, Tricks. Some of these are still around. I don't
But
remember.
so they're not the same. They changed
not.
the law because you get shit now and it's not the same. They can't put the same stuff in them. I used to get strawberry sugar because I'm a chick. I used to get strawberry shortcake cereal.
You know what's funny?
Best of both worlds because my dad wanted boys. So we had Matchbox cars and we had strawberry shortcake. We had 18 shit and we had Rainbow Bright.
Did you really?
Yep.
Rainbow Bright. Let me show you this page right here because they have a couple of really cool cereal boxes. I loved fucking cereal, man. Cereal. Growing up, like I said, cereal was.
All I ate was cereal. I didn't eat anything else.
So what do we got here? Dunkin' Donuts cereal. You mentioned that. Ghostbusters cereal.
Yep, I had that. Cabbage Patch Kids is at the beginning.
Remember? Look, C-3PO cereal. The
I
Star
remember
Wars
that.
gimmick.
There's Batman. Crispy Critters was delicious. It was like eating animal crackers in a cereal.
E.T. cereal? I don't remember E.T. cereal.
I don't remember ET cereal.
Oh, this was disgusting. I'm sorry, guys, but I don't know if you were a fan of this, but fucking banana frosted flakes were fucking nasty.
Yo, that Crunchy Stars Muppet cereal was delicious. It was cinnamon flavored.
Was it?
That shit was good. There's Pac-Man cereal was good. It had the ghosts were marshmallows in it.
Pac-Man. Do you remember Chef Boyardee had the Pac-Man?
Yes, and you could
pasta?
get the meatballs in it. Yep.
How come we don't have stuff like that?
I loved the Pac-Man cartoon so much. I have the DVDs I got bootleg at convention out in the garage.
You still have those DVDs?
Oh yeah, I don't get rid of anything. I'm really into buying hardwired media right now. Like I buy, like that's on my list, hard media, VHS tapes, DVD. I'm buying all, like you said, I love Yul Brynner. I'm buying all Yul Brynner movies on DVD because I'm tired of streaming services and they take things off and they put them back on. They make you pay extra. Bite me. I'm buying the DVD.
All right, so I'm going to go real quick to the chat. Let's see what we got here. Let's see if anybody threw some stuff in here.
Smurf cereal was yucky.
Smurf cereal?
Yeah, it was gross. It's in the chat. Urkelos.
Let's see. What do we got here? Anybody? Let me see. Digital codes. Cracker Jacks. Do they still have Cracker Jacks anymore?
Yes, but they aren't in boxes anymore.
What do you mean they're not in boxes? They have to be in boxes.
I mean, I think you can still get them in boxes. They even have Cracker Jill.
Stop that. Would you stop this shit? Allie RX grew up in the 90s. Fox Kids. I remember Fox Kids in the 90s. Power Rangers, Tiny Toons, Animaniacs. I love the Animaniacs.
Tiny Toons was one of the best NES games there ever was. Go back and play it. That shit was awesome.
I have an NES right here. We're going to talk about that as well. Batman, the animated series, the greatest Batman series of all fucking time.
Agreed.
Beast Wars. I remember that. Sega Genesis,
Wars.
Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64, Sega Saturn, all during the 90s. Oh man, good time.
Right. This is like when we talked about doing a show about this stuff. Do you remember that?
We did. It's just that we don't have no fucking time, dude.
No, we're so damn busy.
Let me see. Power Rangers. You talked about some of this shit. Power Rangers, bad. So this is more in the 90s. Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad. Why do I remember that?
I think my kid watched that. That might be a little late for us.
So cartoons in the 90s were also pretty awesome. Some of my favorite things, and this is the thing, a lot of kids nowadays they don't have anything, like they just grab their phone and they can just watch whatever the hell they want. We actually had to have patience and wait for the weekend
Right?
Or wait for after school and watch cartoons like He-Man, as you see here. What the hell? Do you remember this cartoon? What the fuck was this? I don't remember
Oh, yeah. I kind of do remember that.
Brave Star.
Brave
Holy
Star.
shit.
I do remember that cartoon.
Now, were you a real Ghostbusters person or the Ghostbusters person?
Ghostbusters.
Okay.
I didn't like the real Ghostbusters. I did watch Mr. T.
I mean, iconic.
I watched DuckTales. I loved DuckTales. Still love DuckTales. That new DuckTales was hysterical.
Is it really? I heard it was pretty fucking good, actually.
So good. You know what other one show that I liked? Dungeons and Dragons when I was a kid. I loved Dungeons and Dragons. ABC SpaghettiOs. SpaghettiOs were bomb.
SpaghettiOs. Well, are they still any good or
no? Your taste buds change. When you become an adult, you can't eat SpaghettiOs no more.
No, it's too salty.
It's not the same.
You know what I miss? And I don't know. So I was talking to my friend about this at work, my boy Mario, and we were discussing, why kids really don't interact anymore. These Gen Z kids. I'm going to talk about that tomorrow on the A Show Extra. But one of the things is, like, when I was a kid, we used to actually meet up outside.
Oh, yeah.
And do things like play basketball or baseball, or even just fucking sit on the stoop and just talk and laugh and throw things at each other and just interact. And nowadays, God damn it, the Knicks are down again by 3 points. And I feel that the kids have lost touch with reality. There is no reality now. They don't have anything real in their life.
Everything's through the internet, so they don't have any actual personal contact. Like we used to, like I'll say on the girls' end, like we used to go outside. We'd have the little boombox radio. We'd have the music going. We'd have the little mixtapes we would do or whatever. Put the sun in our hair and lay out in the driveway, stuff like that. Kids don't do that anymore.
They don't do that shit anymore. What's something else? You know what else I miss? I just got a smile on my face. But me and the crew used to get together. And we used to just fucking go places together, like explore different parts of the city together, jump on the train, just find new places in the city, take the train or take the train to the Staten Island ferry and just fucking go into Staten Island, just find places and find things to do. And it was just like so much fun discovering. Now, again, and I had discussed this also with my friend, that, nowadays, even to do a book report, all you got to do is pull up your fucking phone. Before, we used to have to actually go to the library.
Yeah.
And those are things I miss. I missed the library. Do you miss going to the library, or you weren't really a library person?
I didn't go to the library. I guess I did. I went to school. I was a country kid. Oh, Voltron. Remember Voltron?
Fuck yeah, I remember Voltron.
I lived in the country, the suburbs. So we used to go exploring in like the wooded areas and stuff.
Oh, that's scary.
But it was fun because it was like there'd be little creeks to run through and you'd get wet and you would see deer and you would it was actually fun. You could like build little forts and shit. It was like a childhood you would see on television. And that was fun. Kids don't play outside and do that shit anymore. We'd play football. We'd set up a volleyball net. Everybody would be outside having a good time playing. But kids don't do that nowadays. We could go to the library and do stuff like that, but kids get on the internet and they do that shit. Nobody does anything. Like they just don't connect.
I'm sorry. Envy Hitman, you're killing me, Hidden. I don't know if people that were born not from New York may not know this. They had these Chinese shops in Chinatown in New York City. And you can buy a fake Voltron. They used to have like the Chinese version, or maybe even like a different country, but they used to have these fake Voltrons. Looked the same. Instead of a star, it had like, I think, a moon on its belt. They were really, my God, you just killed me. They also sold illegal Japanese games in these Chinese shops.
They had dollar stores like that where I was from. Where
did they really?
On South Street, you could go to like places like that, and they were like shitty, shitty rundown stuff.
People are bringing up some really cool stuff like Celebrity Deathmatch. Even TV was better. MTV was so big, right? No, when we were kids,
they shut down MTV News last night. There'll be no more MTV News. They fired all the employees and shut it down. And that's how we got our news. Kurt Loder. And that's how I found out like Kurt Cobain died. Like that's where we got our news as a kid. Done.
Tupac, Biggie died. I remember all that stuff.
All of that was on MTV News. Gone. There's no MTV News anymore. Kids don't need it. They got this. They don't need MTV News. And that's how we found out everything was.
Like when we were kids, I had handheld video games. You know, I
did too.
We had video games at home. Like what kept us from not going out? Like, why is it so different here? Let me see what this says. I know this says the 2 original Home Alone movies were my favorite. I can clearly remember watching the first episode with my nurses. Also, Winona had put out there. Also, I had a bad kidney infection with stones. The nurses had changed shifts, and they ordered and had us pizza delivered. I was actually having a good time until a bad allergic reaction. I said, "Oh my god, shit!"
I went to McDonald's when I was a kid one time. When a McDonald's was really bad and you had an allergic reaction to penicillin.
Bro, McDonald's, food tasted better, times were better, toys were better. I think I'm gonna have to continue this.
Food tasted better. You know why?
Why?
It was wrapped in tinfoil. You know how passionate I am about food wrapped in tinfoil.
Yo, my school lunch. Let me tell you something, brother. My school lunch when I was a kid was wrapped, like the burgers, like the cheese were wrapped in that fucking tinfoil, like the paperish type tinfoil, kept it nice and fucking fresh.
Bro, ring dings, tinfoil. Kit Kats, tinfoil. Pop cereal, tinfoil. Crunch bars, tinfoil. TV dinners,
tinfoil. Is tinfoil the key of happiness as we sign off?
The downfall of food in our society is we don't wrap shit in tinfoil anymore. I'm telling you right now. You used to go to your grandma's house. She sent something home with you. If it wasn't in Tupperware or a butter container, it went home in tinfoil. That shit was delicious. I think the downfall of food in our society is because they got rid of wrapping shit in tinfoil. Everything's in plastic. It gets smushed. It gets smashed. The flavor comes out of it. Tinfoil sealed that stuff in. Everything should be wrapped in tinfoil.
God damn it. You know what? I think that's a perfect way to get ready to sign us off of here because we already hit our mark.
I agree.
Yo, Noel.
Yes.
Let me tell you something, man. For somebody who hasn't podcasted since December of 2022, I think we could have gone another fucking 3 hours. That's how good
I had a lot stored in there. I mean, I haven't talked a whole lot in the
So are you going to be do you feel the podcasting itch back? Like
I feel the flow. Vito wants to podcast more.
Like Hulk Hogan, when he was shaking Macho Man's
I'm hulking up, brother.
What are you going to do, brother?
Brother.
Anyway, Noel, do me a favor.
Yes, sir.
Tell us where we can find you on social media. Tell us where we can find your shows. If you guys go to, and by the way, there's no reflection this week, so I'm not going to be sending you anything. That's the only thing that's been going up on the damn Twitch over the last, couple of months. I know,
because we haven't done any shows because of me.
Well, you're back.
We'll be coming back.
So tell me, where can we find you? This was fun, by the way. I got to tell you, Noel.
We need to do more shows, right? I miss doing shows with you, but we say that to each other constantly.
Well, I fucking love you, Noel, and I absolutely love Vito. I know Vito called my wife right now. My wife has food waiting for me, so I have to jump over there. I told her 8:30. But anyway, with all that being said, guys, April, let me just real quickly, April will be back next week. So tune in, join us. Thank you for joining us here this week. Noel, now, where can we find you?
Okay, if you are looking for me, go over on Instagram. That's where I spend most of my time at Magic Tea Spiller. I share pictures of beautiful Dolly, who, by the way, just got a sponsorship deal from Bully Make because she's so beautiful.
Shut up.
Yeah, they're going to be sending her bully boxes. So, she's beautiful. So
she's a little model.
We love that dog. We are obsessed. She's already housebroken. She doesn't chew anything. She's amazing. We love her. Check out Vito at the Big Vito Brand over on Instagram as well. And we're on TikTok. We still put out TikToks regularly, also at the Big Vito Brand. I'm on Facebook under Noel Harlow LoGrasso, and that's where you can find me hanging out.
Very cool. Guys, you already know where to find me. You can find me everywhere on social media at Big Ray Hernandez. Do not forget, head over to patreon.com/April Hunter, patreon.com/The A Show. Where else? The A Show on Twitch, The A Show on freaking everywhere, on Rumble, on YouTube, on fucking The A Show Official on Instagram. Check us out there as well. Noel, man, I love you so much, man. I love Vito. Give him a big hug. Give him a big hug and a wet. You know what I want you to do?
Lick the whole side of his face.
I want you to do this as we sign off. When you go over there, and I want you to text me and tell me that you did it, please.
I'll do it.
I want you to go to video, right? And I want you to whisper in his ear, and I want you to say, "This is from Ray," and then lick the side of his face.
Oh, I'll do it.
See what he
I'll do
does.
it as soon as we get off here.
Oh shit, Noah, I love you. The New York Knicks are down by 1. Oh God, I don't mean.
That breather. Hey, I see I have nice boobs.
Hey, all right. We got a boob flex. How we do this?
Boobies.
All right, guys, everybody, boob flex where you are, wherever you are.
Boobies.
All right, guys, we are out of here. Thank you so much. Hey,
thank you for having me, guys.
We love you guys. Hey, tune in tomorrow, 12 p.m. if you're on lunch or whatever the fuck. The A Show Extra. I'm going to be talking about why these kids suck nowadays. All right, guys? Love you so much. See you next week. Bye. Pee-wee's Playhouse.